So let's look at creating a Google form. You need to be signed in with your Google account in order to create a Google form. You go into your Drive, you select New, select the option Forms, and here you can create either a blank form or a form from a template. For today's class, we're going to create a blank form. When you open the form, you are going to see that it is untitled. You click in the area marked Untitled Form and you give your form a new name. For this example, we're going to use SBA data collection. Clicking in the form description area will give your form a description. Here we have added a question, and there are several options that you can add to the form. You can add a question. You can import questions from existing questions or an existing form. You can add a title and description, an image, a video, and you can also create or add sections to your existing form. The sections will allow you to add pertinent information, for example, a biodata section, a section with the main questions, etc. You have several options to add when the respondents are answering questions. It may be multiple choice, check boxes. So in this example, we have check boxes being used, a drop-down box where they fill in options, file upload, a linear scale, multiple choice grid, checkbox grid, and they can also enter the date and time if you wish that information to be contained in your form for a particular question. So here we're going to look at how do we add a section to the form. For example, if we want to add a section for biodata, the person's name, age, gender, etc., how do we do that? And we go into the add section, and you're going to notice that the section appears under our question. We click and we move that section. We drag the question to the bottom of the section by clicking on those 6 dots at the top of the question. Here we have added a section for biodata. We can add a description of biodata. For example, this section of the form will capture data on your gender, age, etc. We are adding a question. For example, what is your age? We have the selection multiple choice selected. We would like the respondent to select one. So we're going to change this to checkboxes, and we are going to give them an age range, 20 to 25 years, 26 to 30 years, and 31 and over. We can add an option for other by selecting other, so the respondent could fill in any other information that is correct but not available in the checkboxes. So if we want to remove something, we just click on the X on the extreme right. In order for respondents to answer all our questions before moving on or without leaving any blanks, we click the required section at the bottom of the question window. That required section is going to be highlighted by a red asterisk when we view and send out our forms. That means that the question is mandatory and it must be responded. The respondent must respond, or the form, they will not be able to submit the form. So let's have a look at how do we view this form. We can view this form by going into the area at the top of the screen. There you have add-ons for any added apps that you would like to use with the form. We have after that themes, the icon after that, themes, which will allow you to change the color of the form and customize it to suit your like what you like. Preview allows you to see the form, and this is the one that we are interested in. So here we can see what our form would look like. So here we have our SBA data collection section, which we set as section 1. By clicking on next, we move into the questions which we have created. And there we see our first question, what is your age group? And it's in the biodata section. And there we have the options. Take note that the required sections are highlighted with the red asterisk, and the respondent can click and then click on the option of their choice and then click submit. So in order to edit the form, we click at the bottom right hand corner, which is that pencil, which is the edit tool, and we are back in the main area of our form. Our next step is we go into the settings section of our form, and here we're going to set privileges, general privileges. If we would like to collect email addresses of our respondents, we click that checkbox. If we would like to limit our the respondents' responses to one response, we limit the responses to that as well. Please note that the person will have to sign in to Google in order to complete our survey or our questionnaire. We can also allow respondents to edit after submission or to see summary charts. What we are, however, concerned with is ensuring that we make sure that the limit to one response box is checked, and then we click Save at the bottom right side of the window to ensure that this setting was saved, which limits the respondent to only one response on our questionnaire. We can see the save option.